You've called for significant changes to Stone Mountain, a state-owned memorial. When it comes to Civil War monuments, how do you balance the wishes of local governments with state law that now prevents many from taking action?
Sure. So, as I said, I grew up in Mississippi. I grew up in a state that still flies the Confederate flag as its state flag. I grew up in a community where, when I was in elementary school, we were compelled to go and visit Beauvoir, the last home of Jefferson Davis. Imagine being a 7 or 8-year-old who has to stand in front of the graves of slaves and be told to celebrate the man who put them there. I hold the conversation of the Confederacy and its veneration to be a very personal one. And in the context of the conversation about Confederate monuments, I bring to it a very specific understanding of what that meant to my family, what it meant to me, to see people tell me I was less than because of the color of my skin. And to know that these communities, not in the wake of the war, but years later, to terrorize communities of color and Jewish communities, started putting up statuary, not in celebration or not in commemoration, but in celebration. And that's deeply problematic to me. If you remember the context of my comments on Stone Mountain, they happened in the wake of the President of the United States saying that there were bad folks on both sides, equivocating about racism, equivocating about domestic terrorism. And when asked the question, do I believe that we should celebrate domestic terrorism in the United States and in the state of Georgia, my answer is an unequivocal no. My leadership at the Capitol demonstrates that I have strong principles about what I believe, but I think that we have to work together to solve those problems. But people need to know where you want to go in order to follow, and that's why I was very unequivocal about the fact that I think we have to address Confederate monuments in the state of Georgia.